Hello, my name is Angel Bassi, and today I'll be demonstrating exponential function manipulation. So this means there are three essential properties that help us simplify and manipulate exponential expressions. The first property is product property. This states that when you're multiplying exponential terms with the same base, you can add the exponents. The second one is power property. This states that if you raise a power or an exponent to another power, you'll just be multiplying those exponents. The last one is negative exponent property. This states that a negative exponent can drop down to the base and become a denominator, and you can flip it to a positive exponent. If you're confused, that's okay. I'll be going into a deep dive of those. First, let's discuss the product property. This is the one that states when you're multiplying two terms with the same base, you can add the exponent. At the top, we have the formula, and at the bottom, we have an example. So as you can see, 5 represents x, 2 represents our n, and the other 5 represents our m. Since the base is the same, we can just combine the two and add the exponents, which gives us a total of 5 to the power of 7. If you're still confused, that's okay. Here's how it worked. Pretty much 5 to the power of 2 means 5 times itself twice, and 5 to the power of 5 means 5 times itself 5 times. That gives us a total of 5 times itself 7 times, or 5 to the power of 7. Next, we have the power property. This is the one that states when you're raising a power to another power, you can multiply the exponents. As you can see, 8 represents our x, 2 represents our n, and 3 represents our m. We can take these two exponents and multiply them times each other to get a total of 8 to the power of 6. If you're still confused, that's okay. Let me explain why that worked. So 8 to the power of 2 raised to the power of 3 pretty much means 8 to the power of 2 3 times. And we know that 8 to the power of 2 just means 8 times itself, and that gives us a total of 8 times itself, a total of 6 times. Next, let's discuss the negative exponent property. This is the property that states that any base raised to a negative exponent is equal to the reciprocal of the base raised to the corresponding positive exponent. In a mathematical sense, this means you can flip the base to its reciprocal and make the exponent positive. As you can see here, a to the power of negative n becomes a to the power of n and the denominator, and our numerator, which is always 1, our denominator, which is always 1, becomes the numerator. Here's an example. So this one can help you better visualize that concept. As you can see, 5, the denominator, becomes the numerator, and 2, the numerator, becomes the denominator, and our exponent becomes positive. Here, 3 to the power of 2 becomes 1 over 3 squares, or 3 squared, because you're taking the reciprocal. Now, let's recap. The product property states that you can add the exponents, the power property states that you can multiply the exponents, and the negative exponent property states that you can take the reciprocal. Now, let's discuss why I chose this topic. I chose this topic because I found it to be really simple and straightforward, and I thought it was something that I could easily explain to an audience. I really liked it the first time I covered it since I grasped it almost immediately. Thank you.